I watched the Netflix limited docuseries called You Are What You Eat. The twin experiment.
The twin experiment, yeah.
That is the appropriate reaction. Did
it change your life? Are you afraid to eat anything?
It's the worst. It's like hopeless.
Yes,
Everything's
exactly.
being deforested. You want a hamburger, you should die. You're the worst person ever. Also, we make a meal plan for these people. That sounds terrible. It was like the worst reality you would have ever watched. It was like food you don't want to eat. They're not going out and doing anything. And half of it was a harrowing tale of what we're doing to our planet and the terrible things that the beef industry does to make farmland. And
did you have to cleanse your palate?
No, I just watched it and then
How
moved
did you
on.
not get that? Oh, I mean, you missed my pun.
Because I'm still going to eat hamburgers. That's why.
Yeah, my husband really wanted to watch it, and we haven't cracked into it yet. I'm a little scared because I'm just going to feel terrible about almost everything that I do. Even though I, of all of us, do the most hippie things.
Unfortunately for you,
I mean, you make a yogurt.
You would love this series because someone on the vegan side and that path. Now, let me just split this up. The documentary about what we're doing to our planet, I wouldn't have chose to watch 4 episodes of that. Twins on a food experiment to see if different diets affects their diet different, their health differently. Yes, but then it really heavily leaned into, the carnivorous diet. You're a jerk. You're ruining the planet. All right, whatever. So that aside, the twin thing was actually really interesting because one of the pairs of twins ended up with a vegan choice, and he was making chia seed pudding.
What? Chia seed pudding?
It's like 4 weeks.
Does he have your recipe?
4 weeks into being a vegan, you're going to start doing chia seed shit. Watch out, people.
I do like a chia seed, but then you really got to look in a mirror to make sure it's not chia seed stuck in there.
Yeah, they're super dangerous.
Because it's just like you have a hole here, too. Perfect black little dot. Was the results of, twin versus twin dramatic? Living a different lifestyle for a couple, I'm assuming months?
No. Unfortunately, it wasn't as dramatic as every other food and health-related show is, because it's Netflix. I mean, it was 4 episodes.
Oh, you
How
mean
long do you think they were trying to do a reality show if they only squeezed 4 parts of a documentary out about them? Personally, I could see that they could have made an entire series out of just that and that experiment following their exercise plan, but it was a lot more interviewee, and it was only 8 weeks, so their food changed from we're doing your entire diet for a couple weeks, you're doing your entire diet for a couple weeks with our, information on how to make it instead of pre-made that you're just reheating, so that we're still in control, and then the last part, you're on your own, you can pick and choose your own stuff. I mean, the weird thing was you're never going to get the health experiment duration.
Yeah,
in that
8
short,
weeks.
exactly.
It feels like it needs to be a year.
But there was some quantification with, they brought in some other scientists to fill out the story a little bit. And there was a, your sexual appetite and your libido doctor, whatever. It was like a Johnson & Johnson type study. They've done hundreds of actual studies, and they understand, your body's reacting a specific way because it does a specific thing. That's what your body's doing. That's where the heat is. That's what's happening. So dramatic results for that their sexual appetite and ability increased because of the healthier diet on both sides, but on the vegan diet, like an extra 50 to 100% more.
What?
So,
Hold on. The vegan diet?
The vegan diet was kicking, all I'm saying. In an 8-week short run example, I'm not saying long term you're not going to turn into a noodle, but whatever.
A noodle?
I mean, I was at Erewhon recently.
Oh, that is a hippie market. Go
and
on.
for those of you who don't know, it is I don't want to say a high end, but it's a high end leaning toward organic, primarily grocery store.
Did you not like hippie market? I mean, hippie market I thought was a great...
Hippie is such a connotation. No, I mean...
No, hippie
you need
is a little
money.
bit too,
You need money, honey, to shop at Erewhon. I mean, I got 2 smoothies for a business meeting, and I was like, I'm sorry, $30. I got the Hailey Bieber, strawberry smoothie. And the first 2 sips were like, this is legit like a strawberry milkshake. And then I don't know if my palate just got destroyed or whatever. Then it just tastes like all the supplements, like the 25 supplements are in it. I was like, oh my God. But, It was so hop and busy in there. We saw Elizabeth Olsen, right, John?
Correct. You
Yeah.
almost ran into her.
Yeah, I was.
Ooh,
we
careful.
had one.
She's a witch.
Yeah,
I
watch
did
out.
the Scarlet Witch. She was trying to figure out how to get in line with her bread, probably spelt loaf or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, so we had a nice exchange. But, it's expensive to eat organic and healthy food, and it takes more time.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say a lot of fast food today is becoming more expensive, and it's so detrimental to your health. The alternatives
Yeah.
are worth investigating. But I've watched a couple of these shows too, and the takeaway is like, good God, like what can I eat that is not somewhat of a risk? Potentially it's chemicals. It's almost, because almond milk is a good example that became a rage, like starting about 10 years ago in
Yeah.
building. And then when they did the research of what it means to extract the basically, juice, the pulp out of the nut, it ends up being practically a carcinogenic you're drinking.
I mean, it was a great idea when they started because check that. I don't think it was a great idea because there is an actual answer to this. The ugly fruits or the ugly food subscription that you can get, stuff that's not fit for the supermarket, the weird shaped tomatoes and potatoes and whatever. That's what it started as. We don't know what to do with the discarded almonds that are too small or too weird or cracked or broken or can't be sold. We can ground them and turn them into this other protein thing, but we're going to have to do a whole... that didn't end up working out because then they just switched to that as the farming mode, and it's not like they're picking the bad ones to make milk out of. No, that's a whole other product line. So it could have been good. It could have been like the ugly food subscription thing. And I need to subscribe to that.
and
I
when
know.
you-
I know. I as you were saying it, I was like, ooh, check that box.
All right, listen,
I need to.
we're
But
all,
she-
going to subscribe, and we want a little kickback.
No.
Just kidding.
sponsor us.
Just an extra
free
tomato
potato.
a week. Yeah.
Well, I will say, living here in California, you could say we are blessed or we are lucky because we almost have seasonal year-round produce.
Right.
Like we should not be having strawberries in December. Almost the only thing I still see as a true seasonal are what's called like the rock fruits. So whether
peaches and
nectarines and plums, like those will
Like they
come.
could probably make them grow, and they just wouldn't be that good. So then they don't sell.
Well, they figured out ways for berries, and tomatoes used to be like horrible for everything but spring to summer. And now they're growing hothouses. Like we have great tomatoes as well. So
Well, and isn't the other thing that's going on is there's a lot of globalization of food, like moving it from one hemisphere to another. So you're like, that's not good.
They'll say that's not good because, the beef in the United States of America, a lot of it is sourced from outside the country. And,
It's fascinating.
I've not watched the one you're talking about, Ed, but I've watched multiple others. Just so
I
we don't-
still
we-
wanna
we could-
watch it.
We could talk about this for an hour.
I want to feel bad.
Seriously.
You will.
I did just see one clip that I didn't realize was associated with this series until I watched it. I'm like, oh, that's where that clip came from. And it was, I'm not saying heartbreakingly local, but it was in Los Angeles County that there are entire cities within the LA County that are food deserts, like fresh fruit food deserts. A buddy of mine who lives near the airport, just to get to the nearest grocery store, 5 miles of any direction. Yes, there's an ocean 3 miles that way, but still, like in a 5-mile radius, there's a bunch of ocean and one supermarket that's not even convenient, just it's available. So that part of the documentary was like, food is a business, health is a business.
I know.
Thanks, Netflix. Great. I liked it.
Yeah.
Now let me take a gummy to relax and go to sleep.
Oh, geez.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.